What's up, vapors? Thanks for checking out Spin Fuel's Daily Vape TV. My name is Nick, and it's vlog time once again. So tonight we're going to have a few different topics to talk about. So sit back, relax, have a vape, crack a beer if you're into that, and enjoy. So first of all, I wanted to just go over a few topics. Actually, I wanted to mention a few things real quick. A guy that comes into my shop works for Treehouse Brewery. And I did a little trade with him. I bought him a bottle of juice in exchange for a couple of beers, so I'm going to be trying them tonight. So thanks a bunch for that. First up is going to be IPA, 6.8% alcohol by volume. It's a pint can, which is pretty cool, and I guess you're supposed to drink it right out of the can. And it's called Julius. It's their flagship IPA. So let's try that real quick. Wow. All right. So that's very, very hoppy. Interesting. It's good flavor, though. Good flavor. I'm a big IPA guy. It's towards the end of my IPA season, so I like enjoying one more before the season's over. Actually, speaking of IPAs, I was able to get my hands on a 120-minute Dogfish Head IPA, which is pretty sweet. You don't find those too often, and someone grabbed one, and there was only two on the shelf, so I had to just grab it. You know, even though it was $10.99 for a single beer, it's 18% alcohol by volume, so that's kind of the ones where if you want one beer and that's it, that's the one you drink, and you don't drink it too quick. So yeah, let's have a quick vape here. I'll go over my different setups. So might as well start with this one because it's in my hand right now. I've been using this for the past few weeks. I'm sure if you pay attention to my show on Friday nights, you've seen this all over the place. Or if you ever come down to Voltage Vape in Springfield or now in Enfield, you've seen me using this thing. This is the Tiffany Blue Splatter Tugboat V2 with a matching Kennedy 24 on top and a beautiful half moon tip that I think just goes perfectly with this setup. Just kind of gives it an overall finalized look and feel. I like this a lot better than the standard stainless steel drip tip that came with it. But under the hood, I've got 5 wraps of 20 gauge Mad Rabbit wire. I know this is the worst lighting for this. It's definitely not the proper setup, but I have 5 wraps of 20 gauge Mad Rabbit wire, which is 317 stainless steel wire. So it heats up super quick. It's really low resistance, and it gives you an overall pretty decent vape. So, and on that, I'm vaping some Fear Mongering by Vapor City Sauce. Big shout out to Mimi and Dawn over there in Sussex, New Jersey. They're doing a big thing, and I'll talk about that in a little bit, but I'll have to add that to the list of topics that I have going on tonight. This is a cereal flavor, and I've never been a big fan of cereal vapes before, but this might change my mind, honestly. It's just so different. I like it. I like it a lot. But we'll talk about Vapor City Sauce and Vapor City Plus in a little while. That's good stuff. Anyways, the second setup I have tonight is the nickel-plated rig. You can see a little wear and tear there towards the bottom, but I picked this up for pretty cheap, only $65 from someone that was in a trading site that wanted to sell it. So I couldn't pass that up. I mean, it's still a super limited edition. There's, I guess, only 200 of these ever made. So this is a prized possession of mine, even though it still has a little wear and tear on it. Speaking of wear and tear, this is my black, formerly black, Roughneck atomizer. After the show on Friday, I just got fed up with the paint chipping off, so I ended up just stripping the whole thing down to bare brass. You can still see the serial number on there, number 113. So this is definitely my limited edition, formerly black Roughneck. But I was a little bummed when the paint started chipping off. I think it was because of the builds that I had on there, you know, were pretty low resistance. And with this thing, that top cap definitely heats up quite a bit. So a little bummed about that, but hopefully, you know, the nice people at RigMod might be able to do something for me. If not, I might have to go ahead and just grab a new Rig V2 and Roughneck V2. Looking forward to the release of that. I saw them the guys at the Rigmon had their setup with a prototype roughneck, and that was pretty sweet. I love the airflow on it, and it's supposed to come with, or maybe an optional 510 adapter for box mods, so you can take your Cloud Chase and build off your mech mod and put it on your box mod or your whatever, your Snow Wolf, your Sigelli 150, whatever you got after you're done vaping it on your tube style mod. So that's kind of an interesting thing that I don't know if a lot of you guys know about what's going on with them, but that's basically what I saw at ECC. That has yet to be seen though. So looking forward to that. So yeah, I have my rig with the roughneck. Under the hood, I have 5 wraps of 20 gauge Mad Rabbit tight instead of spaced, which actually I think I might be rebuilding this thing relatively soon because I'm not too happy with the way it kind of dry hits after a pull or two. You really can't get that many rips off of this thing before it goes completely dry. But on that, I have some Sick Boy Your Mom. Yes, that is the flavor. You can see it right there. Your Mom. It's a strawberry nectarine yogurt. I keep saying tangerine. It's a strawberry nectarine yogurt, and it is absolutely tasty. It might have taken the place of MBYC as my favorite Sick Boy flavor. If you guys have tried that, that one's really delicious too. That's a pralines and vanilla ice cream. But this one is not too sweet, it's not too tart, not too sour. It's just a nice mix of everything, and it goes down real smooth, especially with the yogurt. The yogurt comes at the end of the hit, and it just smooths out the whole thing, which is one reason why I like it. So here... Take a nice rip off of that one. So I want to know what you guys call the voice you have when you're in the middle of an exhale. If you have to talk or something like that. Me and my co-host Jay DeLuco from Hingham Hill call it mashed potato mouth. But I want to know what you guys call the vape voice after you take a hit like that and you end up talking or something and it sounds really funky. So just leave a comment below. I want to know what you guys are calling that. And I got to say, that is really good, especially at 6.8%. The bitterness to it really kind of hides the alcohol content really well. And it's almost like a double. But they don't advertise it like a double. It's 6.8 is pretty heavy for a single regular normal IPA. So way to go, Treehouse. Good job. I mean, honestly, I would be doing this anyways if I wasn't on camera right now. I'd just be sitting here vaping and trying to blow O's. Not too good at them, but whatever. You know, you got to practice. And finally, the last setup I got. This is more of my driving kind of mod, but I got to tell you, it's awesome. It's the Monster V3 by 528 Customs. Make sure you look them up on Instagram. They make a really great product here. I actually have the version 2 Monster V2 here. Monster V3, V2. So yeah, I do like these products. I think they definitely made a major improvement with the V3, especially with the airflow. The V2 still felt really restricted, like similar to a K-Fun, but this one they opened it wide open, and especially with the chuff kit that I have in here, that is an option. You don't get that right away. You get the standard size chimney with it. But as an option, you can upgrade the pin, and it comes with this whole chuff style top kit. I don't know. I'm kind of confused on the whole terminology because it is called the Chuff Kit V3. I'm not sure if there's like copyrights or anything on Chuff because the Chuff style like drip tips have been around for a while, and I thought that was only one company that made those, but I could be confused. But it does come with this like big super wide bore top cap here, which you can use. I chose not to use that because I like the stock version better. Plus, you get a higher juice capacity because this goes on top of the chimney. And if I was using that, then I would have significantly less juice capacity in there. So I go without it. I use the standard drip tip that it comes with, or a half moon tip or something like that. But, you know, if you're into that whole thing, then you can check that out for yourselves. Obviously, I have to fill this thing. It's almost empty. But I will say, all the way through, 0 dry hits. On this thing, I have an 8-wrap 22 gauge 0.45 ohm coil. I'm using it at 50 watts at 4.74 volts. And this is like perfect for me because it's warm, but not too warm. I've heard other people say it's a little bit too warm for them, but for me, I guess I'm starting to enjoy a warmer hit. But for me, this is perfect, and especially since you can push this coil all the way to the max. Like you wouldn't normally think that a K-Fun style build deck could handle 22 gauge, but this thing really does, and I'm enjoying it so far. So, and in here I have some, where is it? Rebel. Some Vapor City Sauce Rebel. This is like kind of a funky, custardy, I forget what the actual flavor profile says. Let's read it. I just did this review the other day. I should know this. Rich mouthfeel and excellent full-bodied flavor. Creamy custard with a cookie sweetness. Just like the Rebels of the past, this flavor is for the vapor that demands a choice with a dab of passion and heart. This flavor will satisfy the masses. So there you go. That's the actual flavor description on that one. And it's definitely like a really sweet custard. That's what I get out of it. With like a little bit of that like bakery kind of flavor to it. So yeah, this is my driving setup, and the batteries on this thing, they last for freaking ever, which is why I like it. On a 2-battery mod like my IPv3 here, LI, I have to say that, the batteries last a long time. So yeah, that's my setups. That's what I'm rocking right now. Let's see. So I wanted to get into something a little bit more personal on this one. A lot of people ask me how to get into YouTube, and, you know, oh, you're so lucky, you have the best, you know, job in the world. You go on YouTube and just talk about vaping. But it does come with its, you know, tribulations. Like, for instance, camera setups. You know, you have to kind of invest a little bit of money in cameras. I have a Canon EOS M camera that I use for my videos. So this is a little behind the scenes look right now. This is what's normally sitting in front of me. I record these vlogs on my webcam because it's just a lot easier. I have a Shure mic on top. I have, what is this one? The Lens Hopper VP83. This microphone cost almost as much as the camera. But that's what I normally carry around at conventions. If you see me walking around, that's what I usually rock for my setup. You know, that whole setup would cost me almost $800, I think. So it's definitely not cheap to get into the world of recording, and cameras can even go up from there. I mean, I know JT from Vape Stars, he uses, I believe, a Canon Rebel. And that setup is not cheap, I can tell you that right now. Especially with the lighting and everything right there. You know, I have 2 LED lights, one here, and those aren't cheap either. Those cost around $75-$80 a piece, and those are the cheap end. You can go way up from there. As far as, you know, yeah, I get a lot of free juice. A lot of companies are going to hit you up for juice reviews. Not a lot of people watch juice reviews anymore. I know you guys that are watching right now, my faithful watchers and listeners, you guys probably check out some of my juice reviews, but a lot of people just don't tend to care. It's really what's in the search metrics for YouTube that pops up more often, and usually it's hardware reviews. People want to see the first look at something. They want to see unboxings of something. I mean, I got a lot of hits on my unboxing videos for the Limo 2 and the Arctic tank. I got a lot of hits on my Evic VT, stuff like that. And they're just the odd videos that not everyone really records too often, like the Spider Silk video, the titanium wire. I will be doing more of that, by the way. I have here 24 gauge titanium wire. So this should be pretty interesting to get into. I might end up doing a regulated build, non-temperature control build for that. Yet to be determined, I guess. I think I want to try that because I saw one of the guys that was manning the booth actually had a mech build, or not a mech build, but a non-temp control build on his mod. I think it was a 14 wrap, 24 gauge dual coil. It was crazy, and it was still red, like super low resistance, like 0.1 something. So I kind of want to try that. And let me know what you guys want to see in the comments as far as that goes. If you want to see a temp control build with 24 versus a non-temp control. I mean, I'm up for suggestion, whatever you guys want to see, whatever's going to make you guys happy. And that's kind of the other thing as far as YouTube reviews go. You can't make everyone happy. You know, if you slip up once, you're never going to forget it. And, you know, the people in the comments can be pretty vicious. I mean, I get so many comments about, I made a mistake once. I said gold was the most conductive material, and it is not. It is silver. I'm scared to make a mistake even now, because people in the comments will never let you forget that. So just kind of, you know, if you're planning on getting into doing YouTube reviews, know that you're going to get a lot of haters. I mean, I'm probably going to get a downvote on this video. I've gotten a downvote on pretty much all of my videos. It's just, I don't know, for some reason there's just people out there that just can't play nice. They can't just ignore it or let it go. They have to hit that down button. And even me saying that right now is going to cause someone to probably downvote this video. So do me a favor if you're watching this right now and hit the like button if you actually enjoy my videos, because, you know, every little bit helps. Every subscriber, every comment, everything helps as far as YouTube metrics go. Not sure if you guys are aware of this, but YouTube works on a system where for the videos that are more popular, they're going to be shown more. So that's why it's harder for newbie reviewers to get into this world, is the fact that if you're unknown, no one's clicking on your videos because you're buried deep under everyone else that's out there doing it. So, I mean, I'm more than willing to give a new reviewer a shout out if they want, you know. Anytime, like anybody that wants a shout out, just let me know. Send me an email. It's just dailyvapetv@gmail.com. Anytime anyone wants a shout out, I am more than willing to do so. A few other things, like the troubles of being a reviewer. It's a lot of work. Editing takes a lot of time. I usually spend about an hour to 2 hours recording a video, then another hour to 2 hours editing a video, and then the uploading and exporting process and everything takes another hour or so. So it's definitely time consuming. Make sure you have a few extra hours free. That's why you haven't seen a ton of videos come out lately from me, because I've just been super busy. As of right now, I'm, you know, just got out of work. I just sat down. Luckily, I have a quiet 2 seconds in the house where I can record this for you guys. So if you don't have a lot of free time, then I would probably say you're not going to be a very successful YouTube reviewer. And I really feel bad about like leaving you guys high and dry as far as Fresh Build Fridays goes and stuff like that. You know, I'm trying my best. I do have one coming out on Friday. I already recorded it. It's ready to go, and I will have one for next Friday. Really cool stuff coming up in the near future. Vape break. And yeah, another thing I wanted to talk about is which has to do with Fresh Build Fridays and stuff like that. One of my most popular videos, for some reason, is my dual macro coil video. It has over 30,000 hits. For what reason, I don't know, but it just seems to be my most popular video. And a lot of that information, it was from last year, so a lot of that information is pretty outdated. So I really wanted to make a video that kind of rehabbed that information, just kind of updated everybody on a current, build that I normally do with a macro coil. And that's actually what's going to be coming out on Friday. So you guys know, we'll have a little insider info there for you. And that's the thing with YouTube, is these videos, unless you hide them or delete them, they never go away. So people are just going to watch whatever's on your channel. And for some time, like for some of these things, like build videos, they get outdated relatively quickly. So as far as that goes, I'm going to be rehabbing a few older build videos for the newbie builder out there that's looking to get into it. And yeah, after that, I'm open to suggestion. If you want to see a fuse clapped in, or even a clapped in coil, or a build in the Monster V3 or something like that, just let me know. Leave a comment down there, and just let me know what you want. I mean, other than that, I get, as far as haters go, I get a lot of comments about my ears. I mean, yeah, I did that to myself, so it's kind of my own fault, and I put myself out there on the internet for everyone to judge. And I've never been really fully comfortable with myself, I suppose. And I've never been I've always been behind the camera, never in front of the camera. I started being a photographer when I was like 18, and I always enjoyed not being in the pictures, but taking the pictures. I was creating the moment, and now I am the moment. That sounds super corny, but what I'm trying to say is I'm always pretty shy about stuff, and I get a lot of questions about my ears, which, yeah, I did this to myself, and I kind of should have expected more comments about it and whatnot. But I'm a tattooed guy. I've got lots of tattoos going on, so I get a lot of comments on those, but everyone still kind of just goes back to my ears. And yes, these are holes in my ears. They're 1.5 inches. I don't know what else to say. I mean, I'm tattooed, I'm modified, I'm pierced, whatever. It's 2015. I guess just get over it. But some people can just be kind of rude about it, and I'm sure I'll get some comments on this video too. See, that's opening myself right up for more comments. But if you don't like it, there's plenty of other vape reviewers out there that you might like better than me. Go watch Rip Trippers or something. Speaking of, that's another thing I wanted to talk about, is being compared to other reviewers. Honestly, I feel like out of all the reviewers, out of Rip, out of Grim, Ruby, Twisted, like out of everybody, Phil Basardo, and everybody has something. They bring something a little bit different to the table, and I feel like my channel kind of fulfills a niche that some of them don't. So that's the whole thing, is you got to be a little bit different. I'm not trying to be Rip Trippers. I'm not trying to be Grim Green. I'm not trying to be Vaping with Twisted 420. I'm not trying to be any of them. I'm just trying to be me and give you guys the information that I have and get it out there to the masses. I'm trying to help people quit smoking. I'm trying to stand up for my rights as a vapor. I'm trying to do my advocacy thing. If you've noticed, I have advocacy links in all of my descriptions, including this one. Check it, it's in there. So, I'm just trying to do my own thing and live my life the way I want to. But you always are going to get compared to other people. Like, I don't say, the things that other people say. I try not to, at least. But the only reason if I do at all, it's because I'm emulating those people, because I watch their videos. And I take, Grim actually told me that doing vlogs would probably help me out, because it's just easier to get more information out there at once rather than doing separate videos for every little thing. And that's kind of where I'm moving this channel a little bit more towards the longer videos where people are going to sit and watch, rather than just, want to find information about a specific product. So, who knows where this will go, That's all I have to say about that topic, I guess. just being a YouTube reviewer is not as easy as it might be, or you might think. I mean, yeah, free stuff is great, but it comes with a lot of work, and you have people that tend to kind of over abuse that privilege of being a YouTube reviewer and just kind of trying to get free stuff out of it rather than doing the right thing and reviewing the products that people are willing to send you. I try not to bug people about me reviewing their products, but maybe that's just me. I mean, there's 1,000,001 YouTube reviewers out there. You just got to find the ones that you like. So that's it. I'm done with my little rant there. Let's get on to a happier topic, shall we? Another vaping convention is coming to New England. Vape New England. Oh, hold on. Let me get the name right. Oh, Vape Northeast. That's what it's called. Vape Northeast at Foxwoods Resort and Casino. That's going to be huge. There hasn't been a proper vape convention in the Northeast since VCCNE last year. So I'm really, really looking forward to that one. That's coming in 2016 in March 18th through the 20th at Foxwoods. And Foxwoods, the cool thing about that is Foxwoods is an Indian casino, so the local government can't even touch us. They can't do anything about it. The guy that's running this event actually attended the Jersey convention, so he saw all the stuff that went wrong there and decided he's going to do something and make it better here, which is really cool, really important that we spread the message of this event happening and just the vaping scene in New England, because that's what's going to progress us further as a vaping culture in this area is these types of events. So I'm really excited about that. Of course, I will be attending, and I will be covering it for Spin Fuel, obviously. So that's coming up next March. There's a lot of other stuff coming up. But the premier sponsor right now is Giant Vapes, which is awesome because Giant Vapes is located in, I believe, Rhode Island, which is only a few miles away. As of right now, let's see, they don't have too many sponsors. I see Square Vape, e-liquid manufacturer. I will have the link for this. I'll put a little thing right on the screen right over here somewhere with all the information where you can find the website and whatnot. But yeah, let's see. Let's take a look at their website real quick. So this event is being run by MMS Event Management, Inc. And its parent company have been producing large-capacity, high-profile conventions and events for well over a decade. We have been featured on NBC, Huffington Post, TMZ, AM, FM, and XM Sirius Radio, plus many more. Our events have attracted tens of thousands of attendees. We specialize in events that promote innovative business and high-quality entertainment. So, there we go. I mean, it seems like they know what they're doing, which is great. I mean, there's not that much information on the website as of right now. So there's just some information about what you get for being an exhibitor. I'm pretty sure there's going to be at least a B2B day and 2 days open to the public as far as I know right now. I don't know the schedule. Actually, it has schedule and event details. This will probably tell you. So yeah, show hours. Okay, here we go. So perfect. So Friday, B2B. 1 to 4 p.m. Friday, B to C, which is normal, open to the public, is 4 to 10 p.m. So wow, this thing is super late, which is pretty sweet. You really don't see that too often with conventions. Let's see, Saturday 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. And that's B2B and B2C, so it's open to the public. And Sunday 11 to 6. So there's lots of stuff going on here. That's pretty cool. It seems like it's going to be a fairly medium-sized show. It's not going to be too crazy like ECC with 5 different buildings, but the convention hall space seems pretty decent sized. I'm really interested to see what they do with this. I don't see a lot of room for giant booths, which is kind of nice. There's like a couple 3 quad booths from what I see. There's a triple booth, and the rest are just single. I believe they're 10 by 10s or something like that, single booths, which that is also pretty sweet. Mainly for the fact that you don't get too many vendors that are over the top. For example, at ECC, there was just too many of those gigantic, massive, huge booths that just kind of took over the entire hall. Each building had at least one giant booth to it, which that kind of takes away from the little guys that are kind of tucked behind that giant booth with their two-level structure going on. But we'll see what happens with this one. I'm really curious to see how that all pans out. Hopefully really smoothly, because like I said, the local government can't really touch it, which is great. It's on an Indian casino, so there's really nothing they can do. It's already been said that there is going to be sampling and vaping allowed in the venue itself. You know, no little parking lot pavilion thing like Jersey. Yeah, really excited about that one, especially in my area. You know, bringing the scene back here is great. And I know Kevin Skipper from VCC really wanted to bring one back here, but he's just trying to get vaping out everywhere. He's trying to get vaping as far as the eye can see in every different corner of the country where normal big events aren't happening, which I think is great too. So props to Kevin for that. Hopefully Kevin comes back and does another VCC here in New England. Let's see. As far as another thing that's coming up, a small event, I say event because it's not a convention, is the Vapor Trail event. That's happening right here in Connecticut, just about 30 minutes south of me right now. I know a lot of people are going to be there. Grim Green and Ruby Roo are the special invited guests. There's going to be local shops sponsoring the cloud competitions and stuff like that, which is great. Looking forward to seeing a lot of the local area vendors and a local area people go to that one. Yeah, I will obviously be recording it for Spin Fuel as well, so stay tuned for that footage. That's happening this Sunday, the 27th. So yeah, I'll be putting that footage out probably Monday or Tuesday. So stay tuned for that as well. And if you're planning on going, make sure you stop me and say hi, shake my hand. You know, I love seeing people that watch my videos in real life. I've got the pleasure of meeting quite a few of you guys out there. And I just got to say, it is the most gratifying feeling in the world, knowing that people actually enjoy your videos. So if you see me, stop me. If you don't want to talk, then just, wave to the camera, do what you got to do. And obviously if you want to be in my video. So there you go. I will also be attending VaporCon East. VaporCon East is happening next month in Virginia. I will be there. Hopefully I will see some of you guys there as well. I've heard it's one of the more mature vape events out there, which is kind of cool. I like to say, I always say that I have old school chops. Like I used to use 510 stick batteries and bridged atomizers, CE4 tanks and lava tubes and all that good stuff like back in the day. I still have my Provari and my Pro tanks and all that stuff. So like I said, I like to say I have an old school soul when it comes to vaping. I've been 3.5 years. I've been smoke free and 100% vapor only, which is pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, I'm coming up on my 4-year vape anniversary. I'm gonna party. Definitely gonna party for that one. Definitely happy with myself about that. I'm proud. I like to share that with everybody that I meet. Everyone that's either just getting into vaping or that has even been vaping for longer than me. I like to tell my little story and my little tale about how I got into vaping and everything. So, I mean, I can say with certainty that vaping saved my life for sure. If I kept going down the road that I was going on, I would be smoking 2 packs a day at this point. So I'm happy to say I've been 100% smoke-free for 3.5 years, which is awesome. So few little things to get into before I wrap things up. We'll get into that in a second. Hold on. All right. So I wanted to talk real quick about Max VG. Now, it's ironically I'm wearing the Mod Fuel hat because Mod Fuel and a lot of other people have these labels, Max VG, written on their bottles. And I don't think people quite understand what that means. To me, that means that it's the maximum amount of VG that an e-liquid manufacturer can put into their liquid. So it's everything that's not flavoring or nicotine. In some cases, it's 75-25. In some cases, it's 80-20. In some cases, it's 90-10. It all depends on the manufacturer and what they actually put into their liquid as far as flavoring goes. Very few people right now are using VG or ethyl alcohol-based flavorings or natural flavorings. And from my experience, the people that use those types of flavorings are not that great of an e-liquid. And if you're out there and you have an e-liquid company that uses natural flavorings or any of those flavorings that I just listed, and you think it's top-notch, let me know, because I would be interested to see that. I have yet to see an e-liquid company that has really outstanding flavors that are 100% PG free. So yeah, Max VG is a little bit of a riddle in some cases, because people always ask me like, oh well, what does that mean? And I always have to just kind of tell them, well, it's with this line, it's like 80 plus VG. And what happens is you put in your flavoring, whatever percentages you want to add for your flavoring, you put in your nicotine, and then the rest is all just VG. That's it. It's all added VG. Whereas, some people add a little bit of PG in there to thin it out a little bit, whatever their normal mix is. That's, what they used to, back in the day, it used to all be like 50-50. Some of them you could customize where it was 70-30 or 80-20 or whatever. If you wanted different mixes, you could get different mixes. I mean, like I said, old school soul. I used to vape 50-50 or 70-30 high PG. I didn't really like the VG too much because I felt like it would clog up my coils a little bit too much on, a Pro Tank or whatever. So I used to be on the higher PG scale. Nowadays, everyone's doing Max VG and high VG and stuff like that. So, I mean, I don't think it really matters that much. Sick Boy, I believe they do theirs still in a 65-35 mix. But as you can see, it's fairly thick. And that's one way you can really tell the quality of VG and the viscosity of it. Usually what I do is I just shake it up pretty good, and then I watch the bubbles, and you can tell by how fast the bubbles move, the thickness of the liquid and the quality of the ingredients too. Because if it's supposedly Max VG and it's still rather runny, then it means the quality of the ingredients themselves are not that great. From what I've seen, at least. So don't take that fully to heart, So, moving on, my final thing that I wanted to talk about tonight is the latest Dr. Crimmy's lab scandal, if you want to call it that. I mean, there's a lot of vape drama. We all know that, I'm sure. But this is probably the most shocking thing to come out since the Vapor Shark tests for diacetyl. Dr. Crimmy's a disgruntled employee posted a whole bunch of pictures that surfaced on Facebook and Reddit and all those sites that they were using a lab that just looked atrocious. It was dirty, just stuff scattered around on the floor. It didn't seem like there was any cleanliness to it. It was just bare rafters and a dirty looking warehouse. There was a bathroom and stuff like that in the pictures and stuff. It just didn't look clean or sanitary or anything like that. And then after I saw those pictures, Crimmys posted a video on Facebook that showed their lab, and it showed that they updated everything. They said in the post that, yes, those pictures were taken at a Crimmys lab before during a transitional period. I believe when they were moving into a bigger lab setup or something like that, where they didn't want to halt production 100%. So do I fault them? No, not 100%. I just wish they were a little more honest with their customers. Like, we are in the middle of a transition. Be patient with us. Operations are not at 100%. Do I believe that the disgruntled employee should have posted those pictures? He had every right to, but some companies use a non-disclosure agreement, stuff like that, where if you do that kind of thing, then they could sue you. So I feel like there could be some backlash for that as well. I mean, it's almost the same way as saying, Suicide Bunny with the whole, they didn't disclose the information about their diacetyl and their e-liquid and whatnot, that whole scandal. I don't blame the manufacturers 100%. I give them the benefit of a doubt. I'm still waiting on the facts to roll in. If I hear later, I mean, as of today, Wednesday, the 23rd, as of right now, I don't blame them 100%. But if any more information comes out about Crimmys that is not available right now, I may end up changing my opinion. So don't take this fully to heart yet. But as of right now, I feel like it's not 100% Dr. Crimmy's fault for having a lab setup like that. I think it was probably either a breakdown period or something like that, a moving transition period. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. The pictures aren't very clear on whether or not it was a full lab setup or a warehouse setup or something. I'm not quite sure on that. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I'm sure you guys are going to have all sorts of opinions on that. So that about does it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, at Daily Vape TV, all one word. I'll probably have it in the corner or something there, or it's in the description or whatever you want to find me at. Facebook page, don't forget to like the Facebook page to keep up with my day-to-day. Twitter, I don't really post too much on Twitter, but follow me anyways if I do decide to tweet, and tweet at me, get at me on Twitter so you can make me get more into it, because I feel like I've been kind of neglecting that. And Tumblr, my Tumblr is up and going. I have over 11,000 followers right now on Tumblr, which is awesome. Thank you guys so much for all the support. Another thing real quick I wanted to talk about is the like a challenge video. I want to know what you guys think I should do for 5,000 subscribers, which is coming up relatively quickly. I'm at a little over 4,000 right now, which thank you guys so much. You've been super supportive in all my ventures. So just I am flabbergasted that you guys really care about this channel so much. So thank you guys so much to each and every one of my subscribers. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so, because it would mean a lot. So yeah, I want to do something. I want to give back. I want to do maybe a giveaway and something else. I want to do maybe a challenge perhaps. So if you want to see something like eat a bunch of hot peppers or try to lick my toe, or I don't know, just come up with something creative and leave it in the comments below for what I should do at 5,000 subscribers, because that's a big milestone for me. And yeah, make sure just follow me on social media so you can keep up with my goings on. So that about does it for the video, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like this video if you liked it, and subscribe for more of my content. Check out spinfuel.com for more of my videos, as well as Smoke and Joey and Spinfuel official videos. And as always, vape on.